Hi, my name is Anisha Agarwal, and in this video, I'll walk you through my project, a Python command line tool to fetch research papers from PubMed and extract metadata related to company affiliated authors. I'll explain the code structure, show a demo, and validate the test output. Now, this script fetches research papers from PubMed using the Entrez API. It identifies papers with at least one author affiliated with a pharmaceutical or biotech company. The extracted metadata includes PubMed ID, title, publication date, non academic authors, company affiliations, and corresponding author email. And the results can be saved as a CSV file or printed to the console. Let's start with the imports. We use requests for API calls, pandas for handling data, rparse for command line arguments, and XML parsing libraries to extract metadata. Fetching paper IDs. The function fetch paper IDs sends a query to PubMed using the Entrez API at this URL and retrieves a list of PubMed IDs matching the search. The max results is an optional parameter here because there can be large amount of data sets for some projects. There can be huge amount of data sets, so this is optional. I have set it to 10, and the parameters passed here are DB, which is PubMed, term, which is our query, ret max is return maximum, that is max results, which I have set it to 10. We can later change it also, and return mode is XML. We in this From this function we get the list of all the PubMed IDs matching the query. Now fetch details of the paper with PubMed ID. Once we have the PubMed IDs, the fetch paper details. The fetch paper details function fetches full details of each paper using another API request to this URL. The parameters passed here are the PubMed ID, the database which is PubMed, and the return mode which is XML. It will return to us all the details of the paper with PM ID as the ID as an XML response. Now using this XML response, we parse it to extract its data using the parse paper details function. The from string method is again a Python library method that converts the XML response to a tree form so we can easily traverse it or navigate it. And then we create a list, an empty list with the name papers so that we can store the extracted details here. The parse paper details function extracts important metadata from the XML response, including the title, publication date, and author affiliations. It also identifies company affiliations based on keywords like pharma or biotech in the affiliation field. Now, these arguments, which are passed in the find all and the find methods, are nothing but the field names of the PubMed database. If it is found, then we return the ID and title here, and if they are not found, we return not applicable. Now, publication date. Some papers do not have accurate or the correct publication date, so we handle it differently. If the date is not none, we subsequently print the year, month, or day, and if even one of them is missing, year, month, or day, one of them is missing, then we print NA for that. And if the date is not found, we simply print not applicable. Then we extract the author's industry affiliation. We first find in the author field their last name and first name. We have to print the authors. If this is not found, we simply print not applicable. This is the field name for their affiliation. If it is found, then we simply print it. Otherwise, we then check if the author is non-academic. For that, we check if any word is there related to pharma or biotech. If it is there, we print their company name, their affiliation, that is their affiliation. or else we just print their names for academic authors. And then we correspondingly uh, and then subsequently we print the corresponding author's email and then return the paper. Now these are all extracted in XML format. Then we create another function save to CSV to save the extracted data into a CSV file. For that we create this. The default name here is papers.csv. Now in this parse args argument that takes into account the query that you pass. If you fail to provide a file name, it will take papers.csv as the default file name. Now the main function. Finally, the main function executes everything, that is fetching IDs, retrieving details, parsing the data and saving the results. Now first we call parse args to extract the query that the user passes in the command line argument, and it prints searching for papers with query this. XML response, we get the list of paper IDs as an XML response. Then we traverse the paper, we create it into a tree using the from string method, and then we traverse it. For when we traverse the ID, for each ID we fetch the paper details, we parse it, and we extend the parsed papers. That is we extend the XML data. And then finally we call the save to CSV method to save the result as a CSV file. Now we demonstrate the script in action. We run it, we open a new terminal first, and we use this query to run it. src the papers list get papers.py. Then we write the query, suppose cancer and immunotherapy. File name, we save it as demo.csv, and we also open it in the debug mode.